Hello and welcome to All Sorts of Geekeries Geek Tech. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make GIFs. I'm going to be using two programs today. I'm going to use Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe Photoshop 34-bit. To do this, the 64-bit won't do what I'm going to be doing. So 34-bit is what you want to stick to. So first I'm going to bring in my clip. You just on the left here of Premiere. On the imports or whatnot, you're just going to find out where your file is, that you're looking for. I have it here, so I'm going to go ahead and move it over. And I've already muted the audio here, so I'm going to go ahead and find the clip that I want, which I know is near the end of the movie, so I'm going to try to find it. Let's see. Alright, almost there. So I'm just going to crop it a little bit. And I hit C for that. You can also go over here into your tools and you can hit the crop or the razor tool as they call it, or C. And then the V button or V key is also the select tool. So you can do that. I usually use my hotkeys quite often. So that's what I'm going between. So I'm going to zoom in here a little bit more, and I'm just hitting Alt and then using the middle mouse button, scrolling down on the mouse wheel. So I'm going to find where my frame starts. So that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure one more time. All right, so that's that. So I'm going to crop it. That's where my frame begins. And my clip will end right there. All right, we have our clip. I'm gonna delete that portion. So there we go. We have the clip. Perfect. And then as you can see, there's a lot of black around. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on that, or you can also go up to your motion here and click this button, and that will also make this bounding box over there. And I'm gonna bring it out to fit the size. And you know, for this, let me see how this looks. It might be too, yeah, I don't like that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna bring it back to the regular size. Maybe a little bit more, but not too much. I don't want it to take away a lot of the clarity, so we'll see. Probably could get away with that since this will be small in a GIF. So okay, so now we're going to go to File, Export Media, and the settings that I've seen that work and that I've used is making it 500 by 280 pixels right here. And what you want to do is the format, you want to choose the H.264. I don't need to export the audio, so I unclick that. You can name your output name and whatnot, and after you have that, you should be ready to go, and you just click export. Now we're going to bring up Photoshop now that I have my my videos saved, my clip, and I'm going to go to File and Import and Video Frame to Layers. Okay, so I'm going to find my file. How to make a GIF. Okay, there we go. And we're going to load that in from beginning to end. Right now with the size we're fine. Make frame for animation. Yes. Okay. Click all right. Or okay. And it's loaded. You see it here. It's loaded up. So what we're going to do is, and let me bring this over. I had another window open, so I'm going to bring that. All right. So we have our video here. Now what you want to do is you want to go to Window and click Animation, and then it's going to bring up your animation at the bottom here. When you press the space bar, hey, look at that. There it goes. Cool. All right, so we're going to go back to our first frame, and now I don't like these black bars, so I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to go here to our crop tool, click that, and I'm just going to make sure to get all of the black out around those black lines there. next step I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my logo first. So you guys can do this with the text tool, which is right here. It's T. Or if you have a logo, you could bring it in. Okay, so I'm going to the last layer and I'm going to bring in my logo. And then after I bring that in, I'm going to go back down to my first layer. And we do this so that, because this is an animation, anything that you do makes it, basically keys the animation. So I'm going to do all my changes on anything with the, right here in the animation window, with the first frame highlighted. So I'm gonna resize this about there, just something a little bit of a, you know, watermark basically. And I'm gonna go to opacity and bring the opacity down because I don't want it too bright or anything. With my layer here highlighted, or the last layer here highlighted, but frame 1 highlighted here, I'm going to bring in some text or write some text, but first I want to make sure that everything worked out with my logo. Perfect. Great. Okay, so I'm going to go back first frame. This is highlighted here, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the text, and I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to eyedrop a color in the scene. And I do want a brighter one because so that you can see the words and everything. Make sure that your font's on centered up here, and I'm choosing a 30 font, but whatever looks best for you. So I'm going to put in here what Django says. There we go. And now, I don't know if I really like this here because it's right where the words are, or it's a little big, so I think I'm gonna make it a little smaller. And put it in the corner, there we go. I mean, it's gonna be really tiny, but that's okay. I want the GIF to look nice. So okay, let's try it out. All right, cool. I think it's a little bit too long, so I think right here, I'm getting to this 60th frame. I think it's a little too long, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this is highlighted down in my window, my animation window, and I'm going to shift click to my final frame, and then I'm going to click on this trash can and delete those frames. And then let's see how that looks. All right, I like it. So we're gonna go back to the first frame. I think I wanna put the font down a little bit. Okay, so we're on to our next step. So we're gonna go to File, Save for web devices, Save for web devices, and it brings up our file here. Now, what we wanna make sure that we see is this sizing right here. Now, right now it's on a certain one that I had done before, but I wanna see if I can maybe raise the colors here, because this will make it, if you can see, it's kind of like pixelated in the back and whatnot. So I'm going to try to see first if we can get away with some more colors. So it's right over a megabyte, and I've heard rumors that Tumblr is now doing 2 megabytes, but when I've tried to do 2 megabytes, it does not work. So whenever I've done under 1, it works fine. We go 100%, and then we'll bring the colors down 1. No, 100% still is way too much. Okay, so we'll just keep it there. 128, 500 pixels by 238, and 128 colors, and 54% for the dither. I'm gonna hit save, and I'm gonna put Django, and we'll do 1, sure. Or we'll go, actually, because that's a different, we'll go Django 2. Just to not save over another file. Be proud of yourself, you made a GIF, and any comments below, let me know if you need anything else. I'd be happy to help, and we'll see you next time.